add myself up in here. Hey y'all, hey, welcome to Tootie Talk Sense, and I am Tootie. So if y'all could see, I don't know if y'all heard, it been a couple of minutes since the news hit that YNW Melly was declared the mistrial. First of all, go ahead and like this video, subscribe if you're not subscribed, share it, and you're going to go ahead and comment throughout it. This is going to be short because I did not follow the trial like that. I tried, y'all, and I think I got to like day 3, day 4. And when I tell you that prosecutor was long drawn, baby, that prosecutor put all type of unnecessary evidence. I think the prosecutor was at least 10 days of the prosecutor putting on stuff. And I was just like, I said on day 2 or 3, I'm so happy I'm not a juror because I would have been in there asleep and everything. When you know that part of the Bible, when they talk about this person begat this person, and it's like 300, it felt like 300 pages of begat. That's how that trial felt. Now, because I didn't follow it like that, I'm just going to show y'all when the judge read that it was a mistrial, and then I'm gonna read the article about it. But baby, that trial was long. It was long, and the prosecutor drew it out and gave them jurors entirely too much information. I would have quit too. I mean, I know it ain't a job, but I would be like, I quit. It's too much, Your Honor. So the jurors coming in right now on this part. Let me see if I can make that bigger. That's a little bigger. Okay.
Thank you. Please be seated. Let the record once again reflect the presence of the defendant, his counsel, assistant state attorney, and the ladies and gentlemen jury. Ladies and gentlemen, received a juror inquiry form. It indicates that after further discussions, reviewing the evidence, and speaking freely amongst the jurors, we are still unable to reach a unanimous decision. So at this time, what I am going to do is just declare mistrial. The case was mistried, and
I don't know if y'all could hear because it seemed like it was like a lot of background noises. The jury sent the note. They said we're still unable to reach a unanimous decision, and the judge said at this time we're going to declare a mistrial. But
indicate to you that how much we appreciate the fact that you were here and willing to serve. One thing I try to tell jurors at the beginning of the trial process, all through voir dire, is how much we appreciate the fact that they're here and willing to serve. Our system doesn't work. We're not getting people from the community to come in here and listen to the facts of the case and make decisions. These type of decisions, they're hard decisions. We very much appreciate the fact that you gave us the time because we've been here a long time. We understand that. You gave us the time and you put your best effort to see if you can bring the case to a resolution. Unfortunately, it wasn't able to happen. But I want to thank you again for your time and consideration of the case. I also want to advise you of some very special privileges enjoyed by jurors. No juror can ever be required to talk about the discussions that occurred in the jury room except by court order. For many centuries, our society has relied upon juries for consideration of difficult cases. We have recognized for hundreds of years that jury's deliberations, discussions, and vote should remain their private affair as long as they wish it. Therefore, the law gives you a unique privilege not to speak about the jury's work. The lawyers and their representatives are not permitted to initiate any communication with you about the trial. However, you may speak with the lawyers or anyone else about the trial. You also have a right to refuse.
So I'm assuming some of the jurors is gonna in a future, probably right after this, go and give their interviews and make the rounds on talk shows and things of that nature. Because what he just said was that the lawyers and stuff can't contact them. They're not required to talk about it, but they can talk about it if they choose to.
To speak with it. A request may come from those who are simply curious or from those who might seek to find fault with you. It will be up to you to decide whether to preserve your privacy as a juror or not. Thank you, and I want to thank you very much for your time and attention. It's very much appreciated. You're free to go. All right, score time. Thank you, ladies.
So then they just finna right now, y'all, they finna go and they dismissing the juror, and they're gonna go and stop doing that. They're gonna go and the lawyers are gonna talk about what dates are good for them to come back and set up dates for the trial.
Thank you. Let the record reflect the juror stepped out. Counsel may no longer defend. So, regarding the exhibits, counsel, how do you want to handle that? Take it now or is it later time? I don't know. You had some exhibits today. Whatever defense exhibits. What kind? All right. So, how do you want to address this now, counsel?
And you set a deadline date, okay, if you start with the 90 days, must have been start to wait that.
We're not there to make that decision right now. I would ask that we set this in a week for a status report.
Stay late, Judge.
Okay.
So why don't we put it on a docket for next Friday?
Just check that
Doing the status,
we're all available.
and they putting on docket
So-
Friday.
Thereabouts.
It's not a problem.
Let's see, 28th?
Is that good?
Is that good? That's good for you?
I know at least this, I will see will be here, so that's good enough.
Okay, yeah. So I'm just read the article to show, just to explain what happened for the people who's not informed about this trial. So this is an article on Yahoo News. It's mistrial. Well, it actually come from the Miami Herald, but it's a mistrial declared after jury deadlock in YNW Melly murder trial. As he awaited the verdict, YNW, I don't know why that's hard to say, Melly stood across from juror Stoneface, a far contrast from how the rapper has acted throughout his double murder trial, but no verdict was given as the jury came back into the courtroom Saturday. The jury, after 3 days of deliberations leading up to Saturday verdict, could not come to a final decision on Melly Faith of two first-degree murder charges. We are still unable to reach an unanimous decision, the jury wrote to the Broward Circuit Judge John Murphy. Murphy declared the mistrial as the jury confirmed it was deadlock on Friday. It was deadlock. On Friday, the second day of deliberation, the jury said they wanted to know that the options were if they couldn't come to a decision. Murphy brought the jury back into the courtroom and read them the Allen charge, a set of instructions given to the jury that believe it's deadlock. The charge urged jurors to continue deliberating before coming to a conclusion, but if they don't, the case will result in a mistrial. We appreciate the fact you were here and ready to serve, Murphy told the jurors. Melly was stifling a smile after the decision was made. A mistrial doesn't mean Melly is found innocent. Prosecutors may pursue a new trial within 90 days of the original trial. That's him right there. Smile. Is those dentures? What is going on with his Melly, who real name is Teeth? Obviously, Melly, real name is Jamel Demons, is accused of shooting to death his childhood friends Anthony Williams and Christopher Thomas Jr. in an alleged drive-by cover-up after spending the night of October 26, 2018 at a Fort Lauderdale recording studio. Williams and Thomas, both aspiring rappers with the YNW collections, was known as YNW's Stack Chaser and YNW Juvie, respectively. The 24-year-old case is among the first being considered after Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed a law to lower the threshold for a death sentence to a 8-4 jury vote from a unanimous vote. So it used to be unanimous, but DeSantis does what DeSantis do, and he went in there and changed things from unanimous vote to a 8-4, and they can get the death sentence. During closing arguments Thursday, prosecutor Christine Bailey flashed a slideshow on the screen, each slide with a puzzle piece on the top left corner. The puzzle pieces intertwined towards the end of Bradley's presentation was devolved into the reconstruction of the shooting. Cell phone location data, Melly supposedly gained affiliation, and a alleged confession the rapper sent on Instagram. They pieced together a collage including snapshots of Melly, the bodies of William and Thomas, and other key evidence in the case. And there you go, y'all see the picture. Let me make sure y'all seeing this. Okay, yeah, because I'm just talking, baby. So that's the assistant attorney in front of her diagram. The overall picture put Mr. Demons in the backseat of that Jeep. She said it puts him holding a gun. We don't need a murder weapon to know that he committed 2 crimes. Defense attorney Stuart Alderson I'm probably messed up that name, but we're going to just keep going. During closing argument, strolled over to the lecture, immediately poking holes at the state's case. For all this time, the defense has plenty of reasonable doubt. From evidence presented, from conflicting evidence, and from lack of evidence. I understand questioning why Bradley was scrambling to get another DNA test just weeks before the trial. He also alleged that Miramar police detective Mark Moretti ignored all other possible suspects when investigating the case. Everything was directed to get this kid, Alderstein said, pointing at Melly. That's why he ignored everything. That's why he intimidated and threatened anybody who said something differently. The jurors will now sit through the penalty phase of the trial, after which they will again deliberate to decide if the rapper should be sentenced to death. Yeah, so that's it. So I want to end this real quick because I want to go back. Like I had scheduled a live yesterday for the Norwoods. Now, Storm Monroe did a interview with Lynette Kane, who is the mother to Danielle, who's supposed to be the son of Brandy Damn Dead, y'all. Brandy and Ray J did. So I'm going to end this so I can start that live because I was supposed to did it yesterday, and I was tad. Okay, so go ahead and comment. Do y'all think Melly was guilty? Do y'all think he was innocent? I mean, I watched the trial and I said, I gotta think he's guilty. That's just my personal opinion. But I think what happened was that the prosecutor put out so much evidence, like days and days and days, and it was drowning and it was boring and it was just read messages. There's like 10 days of her just going on, you know, and all these witnesses and all these experts and everything, when literally she could have cut it down to half of whatever she gave. She proved a point in the evidence, but I think that people were so lost from the you so lost in the forest that you can't see the trees. She literally, I feel like she overwhelmed the jurors, and the stuff was long and dragging. So even if you remembered something and you like, oh yeah, that really do point towards this or that, and I give it to his defense attorney. That was some good defense attorney by coming in, and I don't think it was reasonable doubt because half the stuff, once you aligned it with the evidence, it wasn't reasonable, but it could be doubt. And then there was not a good motive. She didn't give like a good motive. I think she gave like 2-3 different motives, and this all could come together and this all could be the reason why, but there wasn't a good solid motive that she gave. And along with the defense attorney and his the things of doubts when he was questioning witnesses. Like, I think the defense attorney put on 1 or 2 witnesses. I don't even think they called any experts. The defense attorney was like, yeah, she didn't gave us this. We good. And I was just like, dang, oh, that's it. Like, that's it. Everybody's like, that's it. This is the prosecutor just then went a whole month. It wasn't a butt. You know, I love to exaggerate. But she went a whole, I think, 10 days of putting on witnesses. The defense attorney put on 2 witnesses, like she done did everything we need her to do. He was like, it's pretty much her fault. It's on her. And then the defense had also that you know, he's a young black boy, and this detective then went, and because he's a rapper up and coming, he want to make his career, and they put this all on Melly. Now, it's pretty hard from the evidence to go with that. But because the police been messing up, and they had y'all, I'm not sure, it was a long trial, but they did show that, I want to say it was years after the murders had happened, that the prosecutor went back and had a detective go and search, and then they found new DNA, and that's how they found the shells that was in the car, even though other people had went through the car, various times before that. So there was some doubt there, but it was pretty hard to overcome that the first shots are the ones that killed them, to show that it wasn't a drive-by. Like, the scientific evidence, like, really stood out, but I just feel like the prosecutor just put on too much and overwhelmed that juror, that even her good points got lost in everything else. Like, the witness, the gun expert witness came in and was like, oh, okay, this is how a gun works, and then this is the clip, and this is the handle, and then when the bullet portrayed up and the projectiles come, it was a lot. Okay, so it was declared a mistrial. They set a date, I think, for status. I think the article I just read says the prosecutor has 90 days for I guess, putting on or deciding to put on a new case, y'all. But I just want to come and get y'all that breaking news, and then y'all stay tuned if y'all want to hear about the Mr. Norwood, Brandy and Ray J Daddy, and this illegitimate child. I shouldn't even say illegitimate, because this child was born first. Now he's claiming that Brandy and Ray J daddy, Mr. Willie. You got to watch out for them Willies, baby. Mr. Willie, Mr. Willie Norwood is his daddy, and his Brandy damn mama. Now this is what they claiming. This is alleged. Where's my alleged banner at? Where's this? Brandy mama is keeping the daddy away from the son. So the mama name is Lynette Kane. She just did an interview with Storm Monroe. So I'm just going to give my opinion on her interview. But I want to end this one, so this one could just be about young Melly. That's a young Melly. YNW Melly was declared a mistrial. Go ahead. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and comment. Tell me what y'all think. Was he in? Do y'all think he's guilty or innocent? And why do y'all think it was a mistrial? So stay tuned. I'll be right back in a couple minutes. Bye.